Okay, hello and welcome. If you are here for Postcards in Command, then you have come to the right place. Got a couple people here, so feel free to just jump in and interrupt me whenever. Happy to answer any questions that you have, or if there's something else that you want me to do or want me to explain, I'm happy to do that as well. So we are first going to just kind of look over the app or the portion of Command that allows you to send out postcards, and then we'll go into actually designing a postcard, and actually I'll walk you through how to send it out. So first we're going to go to the Campaigns tab, and this is where you are going to find how we actually send it out. And you can send it out through Command. Costs 59 cents a postcard. They print it, they send it for you, they get all the addresses and everything, so it's really, really convenient, kind of your one-stop shop. So I'm here on this little bullhorn looking thing, the Campaigns applet, and this is going to be under direct mail. I don't know why they don't just say postcards, because it's just postcards. And so if you have done any of these, here is where you'll be able to see them, your previous campaigns, they're called. And then you can kind of sort those here with mailed, draft, and archived. Goal here, that's just something that you enter yourself. So you can filter that way as well and just kind of see how you did. This leads section here, that's only going to be if you were to like put a QR code or something on there that allows you to put them into your database if they fill out some sort of form. I don't do that because the mailers that I send out are mostly just to look for off-market properties for my buyers, or they have been lately. You could also, if you're farming a neighborhood, send it out to that neighborhood. Maybe you do like a monthly or quarterly postcard to update people. If you have a listing in an area and you just want to advertise it, obviously in this market, you'd have to do that a couple days before it went live so that it comes out at the right time, because it's going to be gone if you send it the same day that it goes live. So yeah, just a couple ideas of what you could do. When you actually go to create one, we're going to go up here to this create button. But first, I want to go design one, because otherwise we don't have anything to upload picture-wise. So we are going to go down here to the designs applet. Looks like a little paintbrush. And then we're going to click this plus button. And we're going to go to the print designs. So that will take us to this page, which allows you to select a bunch of different templates that they've already created for you. I don't know about you, I'm not really a designer or like a marketer. I know what looks good if I see it, but I am not creative enough to like actually make something. So it's convenient that they have these all designed for you. If you go over here, this kind of filters it by purpose. What are you sending out? So we're gonna go, let's pretend I'm advertising a listing, I guess. So we'll do just listed. And then you'll see a bunch of things pop up. It's pretty extensive, so we are going to filter this. We just want to do a postcard. So postcards, there we go. So they've got these two options for you there. If you wanted to go to the for sale or just sold, something like that, they have different postcards for you. And really, you could, if you wanted to take like a for sale postcard and edit this around and just say just listed instead, you could do that too. And they do have like little themes, which is nice. They've got like this geometric theme. So if you wanted to, like, let's say you were farming a neighborhood and you want to keep it so that it all looks the same, so they recognize your postcard every time they get it, you might want to stick with like, these are both kind of geometric black and white. And you've got the red and white kind of, I don't know, more basic look. You've got this one that has a bit of a frame around it. So just, I mean, do what you want. I'm just going to go with this one, because why not? So we'll use that. And I know it does say for sale. I can edit the text though to whatever I want. We'll do just listed. I'll just change that around. So in the design editor here, It's very easy to just switch these pictures out. So you'll see I clicked on that, I clicked on the picture and this popped up. We'll get to that on the back page of this because there might be an image there and I can just sub it out and put my image in there. But in the meantime, let's pretend that I am advertising a listing that's already on the MLS. Now, if you're doing this before you list a property, obviously that's not going to be possible. But if you have something that's already, maybe it's been sitting for a couple of weeks and you just want to make people aware about it, you would just search for it in here. I don't have anything off the top of my head, so I'm sure there's Main Street somewhere. So these look like they don't really have images. This is just pulling straight from the MLS. Here's one in Saginaw. Okay, so let's pretend that's mine, or the one that I want to advertise. Here are all of the pictures that it just pulled straight from the MLS, so I can scroll down and decide which picture I want. It will also give you the listing details, which will be helpful in a minute here. But I want to, I've got this picture selected. You can see the red frame is around it. If I hover over any of these pictures, I get what kind of looks like a recycle sign. And if I click that, it automatically replaces it. If I didn't like the way this was, if it wasn't quite centered or something, I can click this reposition button. And then I can just drag it along. And you can see that that kind of gray shaded box is the postcard itself. So I'm not going to get this little vase in there if I do that. It will be in there if I do this, right? So I'm going to click done. Okay, I like that. Maybe I don't like that picture. Maybe I want to do this kitchen instead. So again, I have to click on it. If I don't click on it, if this isn't selected, I don't get that little replace button. So there we go. Sure, we'll advertise this kitchen. Why not? Done, and there we go. So now, I click listing details. Let's say I don't have all of the facts memorized about this. This can just be a nice little reminder, or you can actually replace the same way that I did with the image. The issue here, though, is I don't like the way this looks, so I would just go in and change it anyway. But you can just click the replace button, boom, 4321 Kirkwood. I don't like the way that looks, as I said, so I'm just gonna, it's just like a normal editor that you would use, you know, and I wanna put all of the information here. So I'm gonna go Saginaw, Michigan. There we go. The price is $169.9. I could, again, just replace this, but it says US dollars. Well, this one was apparently already sold, so that's the list price and the sold price. I don't need that. We're in America, you're gonna assume that it's US dollars, right? But if I click that replace button again, it's gonna do the same thing. So I would just type that because that seems easier than this. Same thing over here. 3-bed, 2-bath. Well, okay, so that matches, that's good. So I don't have to change anything there. What's the square footage on this? I'm not seeing, oh, there it is. 1702. So if I click this text box and I click replace, I don't want to do that because all of this is going to go away and it's just going to be replaced with this 1702 SF. I'm just going to edit this. So 1702 square feet, and it was built in 1959. I don't know if I need to advertise that. You could get rid of it. You don't have to have that in there. Okay, so there's my little postcard. Now I need to edit the back as well. So you'll notice, sorry, I might be going a little fast. I clicked down here. There was a little thing that said pages. So that's just showing me the front page right now. I also want to select this back page because I don't know who this guy is, but it's not me. I need to put my information there. So again, click the image, go to images, and here's my assets. These are, it just pulled from my marketing profile in Command. And you can add images too. Maybe you just got headshots done and haven't uploaded them yet. You just click here and you can upload an image. Same thing with the house on the front. Maybe you just got photography done and it's not listed yet. You could just upload that picture and replace it. I do have my picture here though, so I'm going to replace that. And sometimes it does this. I don't know why it will look blurry. And sometimes that does fix it. Actually, maybe this image is just a little blurry. Yeah, I think my image itself is a little blurry there. So that might be me. See that one, it zoomed in so that it fits there. I don't like these. Giant head. Well, whatever. I'm just using this as an example anyway. So I'll use this kind of blurry photo. Don't be me. Don't use a blurry photo. Actually, what is going on here? We've got some weird. Is this image? Get rid of that. Just don't even need an image there. Okay. I don't know what that was about. So my name, my real estate team name, or if you're not on a team, you can just put Keller Williams. The postage will go right here. So I'm not going to put anything because that will be reserved for the address. Contact me for details or to schedule a tour. I think that's fine. I'm going to leave that the way it is. I'm going to switch out this logo here. Replace that. I don't love that color. So I'm actually going to go to images, add, and then you can download these on, I think it's answers.kw.com. There's a Market Center finder, and you should be able to download all of the logos. So I have them downloaded on my computer. So I'm just going to go and get those. Marketing 51, black and white. I just want the white logo. So I just uploaded it. Oh, I guess you can't see it because it's white. Hover over it, replace. Let's try that again. Being a little buggy for me today. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to delete that image and just add this. If you click the plus button, that will add instead of replace. Resize it. Again, just like a normal editor. You see these little blue lines will pop up when you're centering something. So that can be really useful. So this is centering. Yeah, okay, cool. Looks good. Now here, I'm just going to put my phone number. I don't care about the office phone number. I'm just going to get rid of that. Oops. And then I don't know that I want to put my app there. I could. I'm just not going to. Just in the interest of time. And actually, in that case, maybe I just want this to be on the same line so it looks a little bit better. We'll get rid of this line. Okay. And you can add whatever you want to this, right? If you want to put a little paragraph in there about, oh, helping you find your next home or something, you can do that as well. You just go to this text box, add. There's other stuff too that they've got in here. So like these banners, they have some things that just look kind of nice. So you could add those and then just change the wording on it. I don't think I'm going to do that right now, though, just in the interest of time. My name is not your name. You'll see it made it go down because my name is too long. All you have to do for that is click away from it and then drag this box so that the box is long enough. If the box is too short, it'll do that. So the Huber, we'll just do Williams. Maybe a little redundant. Maybe I don't need to put that, but whatever. Okay, so there it is, my little blurry face. Autosave is selected, but sometimes I just like to go ahead and save it anyway. Now, if I go back to Pages, just to double check, make sure everything looks the way I want it to. I don't know if my internet connection is just not great, because that should have a picture right there. It might just not be loading. Okay, well, hopefully that is still there. You can see it in the, no, that's not the picture I used, is it? It's saying the image is broken. We've been doing a lot of updates recently, like our international company. And I hate when they're doing them in the middle of me teaching something because then sometimes things don't work. I'm just going to go back. Oh, I still have that selected. Great. So I'll just add this. We'll do this picture instead. Perfect. Okay. Save. I don't like that took that away from me, but hopefully it will be included in this. Let's find out. So I'm going to download a PDF for printing because I want this to be a high quality image. And I am only going to download the first page because when we go back into that campaigns tab, it's going to ask you about the front side and the back side. And if that's all one file, it doesn't like it. So I'm making two separate files. There's page 1. Include bleed. What that's going to do is, oh, they tell you now. So that's an update. It just, when it goes to the printer, you're not going to have that like white box around it. It will just like push the pictures to the edge, like the edge of the postcard. So I'm going to do an automatic bleed by mirroring edges. That's fine. Okay, cool. We're all set here. Download. And like I said, I'm hoping that will keep my image because I had it until I saved it. So go away. You'll see right here, it's preparing. This little download button is grayed out right now. Sometimes it takes a minute to download. Oh, and then it popped back up as soon as it did this. So I'm going to click and make sure that that image stayed the way that it was supposed to. Yeah, it did. Okay, so it's just not showing in the editor for whatever reason. So that looks good. And then now I have to also print the back page, or create a PDF, download. So download PDF for printing. I'm still including a bleed. And I'm going to select page 2. Oops. And download. You'll notice if you click this drop down and you click a checkbox, my download button is under there somewhere. So you have to click this again to make it go away. Download. Again, that takes a minute. Okay, and I'm going to open that up just to make sure. Oh, it mirrored it right here for the manual bleed, which is what I had selected. So if I didn't like that, I would just go back in and deselect that. And actually, I don't really like that. So it mirrored it right here too. I would just prefer to have it white around. I think that's fine. So in order to do that, I would just download again. I'm not going to, just for the purposes of this demonstration. Make sure that this is not selected, this include bleed, because that's what's giving me those mirrored images. But I don't really care because I'm not actually going to send this out. I'm just showing it to you guys. So we're going to click done here. Let's pretend that I'm very happy with how it looks. And now I'm going to go back to campaigns. And I know I had showed you this direct mail tab before. You can click on that if you want. You can click on any of these. You're still going to have this create campaign button. So I'm just going to bypass that, go straight to the create campaign. Direct mail. Enter campaign name. We're going to do test postcard. And then I'm the only one who's going to see this, what it's called. That's just for my reference. Same thing with these goals. They're just for my reference. When I showed you earlier how you can filter by goal, that's all that this is really for. So I'm going to say, what am I doing? It's like it just listed. So I'm just doing advertise list. How would you like to create campaign? Upload a custom template. Create campaign. And now, like I said, front of postcard, back of postcard. So I'm going to go browse files. If I still had that little bar up here from when I downloaded, I could just drag it in there. But since I already opened the files, that disappeared. So I'm just going to click browse files. And then you'll have to go find it. So I think mine was just under downloads. Oh, geez. What's up with my computer today? Chrome is being buggy for me. Close it. And again. Downloads. Okay, so you'll have to, I didn't name these, but I know the order in which I did them. So the one that was not a copy, the one that I did first at 11:19 is the front. So select that. And if it wasn't and I did the wrong one, oh no, expected at least this much in height. That's not good. Provided file is this by this. So it wants me to make a bigger postcard. I have not had that problem before. This might be a new thing that they updated. Provided file. So it's just, it's not big enough, essentially, is what it's saying, to fit the size of the postcard. Well, that is unfortunate. Shoot. I'm gonna have to go make a bigger one, I guess. Sorry about that. Okay. I must leave the pages. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go in and I'm not gonna edit everything like I did before. I'm just gonna select the jumbo size of designs, of postcard designs, I should say. Sorry about this. It must be a brand new thing because I have never had that problem before. So in this, you can select like jumbo postcards somewhere. Let's see, flyer, standard postcards. Postcards A6. Okay. I hope this is going to be big enough now. I'll be irritated if it's not. Okay. So I'm just not, this is a new feature too, this order print. So you could just have them printed if you wanted to, but I want to show you how to actually send them out and have command do that for you. So we're not going to do that. Available for print order, cool. I'm just going to save this as it is, this template, because you know how to edit it now. Just in the interest of time, we're going to do this. So, okay, let me change other saved. PDF for printing. I'm not even going to worry about the bleed this time. We're just going to do only page 1. Download. Then we'll go back and just only do page 2. Page 2 only. Download. And now I'll have both of these down in this bar, so I'll show you how you can drag them as well. Okay, so this is front, this is the back. I'm gonna say done, and we'll do this quickly. I lost a bit of time there. Panes. Create. Direct mail. Advertising a listing. Upload custom template. Here's my front. I have not had that issue. I don't see, this is file is, how much did that say? 1238 by 1748. So it's not quite big enough for the compact. Why would they do that? I'm very irritated. Okay, well, instead then we're just going to use one of their default templates for now. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot and figure this out. But just so that you can see how the mailer is supposed to work. Whatever, advertise listing. We'll use a default template provided. because that should work. Okay, so we're just not going to design our own in the editor, I guess. So let's do that same. You have to, if you're using this, you have to make sure you don't select only my listings. I mean, you could if you're just only advertising yours, but all listings is going to get any listings to pop up. I'm just going to use this one. Select. So now I can choose just from these basic templates. I'm just going to go with the compact. We can do, so this is 4x6. We could do 6x9. We could do 6x11. And that has 2 different templates for you. I'm just going to use this basic one, I guess. Okay, so there's my name and the goal. I can change those if I want to. I don't need to. I can change the listing. And then it does auto-populate the listing details, but you can go ahead and change those if you want to. On there. The address, bedrooms, let's do, I don't know, 3 beds, 2 baths. And then this, it just pulled from the marketing remarks, and I'm fine with that. If I wanted to change that, I could. And then this is new, this QR code. So that's pretty cool. Because before you would have to like actually put an image on there, but now it will just create one for you. And then, oh, that's really cool. I'm a little less frustrated with it now. You can go to, if you have created a landing page for it, which you would do in the consumer tab down here, you can go ahead and scanning the QR code will just take them right to that page, which is very cool. I'm not going to right now. Actually, no, why don't I? I'll just pick a random old listing that I have. Okay, listing photo. Again, it just pulled these from the MLS. See, it's calling these low resolution pictures, which it could be just that it's low resolution from this listing. The command gets cranky about that, and I bet it won't let me continue because it has a low resolution picture. This is stupid. I'm sorry, guys. Change listing, see if there's something that is better quality. Okay, 3.2 save. I just changed the listing. Let's see if they have higher resolution photos. Oh, it's not looking like it, is it? Yeah, no, it's not. Jeez. See, this is the problem that I have had in the past where you have to have a high enough resolution photo, which is why I do it through designs. But it's not letting me do that through designs today. So hopefully I'm not just wasting your time. This one looks nice. Let's look at it. Okay, this is probably too long, so I'm just going to delete some things in there, save it, and then replace the listing photo. It's not letting me. This is stupid. I am going to go into just for the sake of time. I don't know, let's use these photos. So these are photos from an old listing that should be high resolution because they were taken by a professional photographer. So there we go. It's saying it's low resolution. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is really stupid. That's all fine. I bet it's not going to take me. Let me show you the next page because all of these fields need to be filled out. I just entered, oh, I didn't enter the actual address. Okay, so that's just so that any returned mail can go back to your market center. So I put that in there. This is the cool part when it works, this targeting, you can target a specific location. So you type in the address and then it will show you all the homes within a certain radius that match certain filters. So you can do it that way. You can also target your database. So if you're like sending a client out to, or a postcard out to past clients, maybe you have a list or you want to add straight from your contacts, you can go ahead and do that. For instance, I might click tags and I have them tagged as previous clients. So I would click that. And then it shows me all of my previous clients. Maybe I can select all, or maybe I just want to do a few. I add these people to the campaign and it's going to send it to them specifically. And that's all you have to do. You click save and you're done. But I want to show you local targeting just because that's a little bit more involved. So it will automatically populate the address of whatever listing you chose up here. If you want it to be a different one, you can do that as well. Save there. And then for your budget, it has 3 selected because I had selected 3 people from my database. Let's say we want to do 100 homes around this address. 100 homes is going to cost us $59 because they're 59 cents postcard. So we'll save that. But we can't configure the targeting, I bet, because it won't let me have a listing photo. And I know that this is a high resolution photo. So not going to let us do this. Yep. So, okay, normally you would click this configure targeting. You show me this page. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. But I think I can show you it another way. I duplicate a campaign and customize. Because this one ran before, so it should run again. Okay. So this was a postcard that I had sent out to find off-market properties for my buyers. Could we help each other out? I have buyers who need a home near a specific neighborhood. The only thing that's not checked currently is this. That's all correct. Save it. So now if I go to configure targeting, yes, I'm sure I want to create this campaign. I don't know why it gives you that like warning message, because it's not like it's done and permanent and you've paid. It's just basically, do you want to go to the next step? So this is the cool part. I hope they get that resolution thing figured out. But so it defaults to, I picked a specific address in the area where they were looking. So it defaults to that. And I said I wanted 100 on the previous page. You can drag that to, I guess, 5,000. So however many homes you want to target, and what it's going to do now, we'll put it back to 100 there, is find the closest 100 homes that match whatever filters you put in here. So in this particular instance for my buyer, what I did was they're looking for a single family home. They need at least 2 bedrooms, 1, 2, but they probably don't want more than like 5. So I'm going to bring this down. Yeah, honestly, they probably don't want 5, 2 to 4 bedrooms. You can see the dots will kind of start to spread out the more filters I put in because it's matching the closest 100 homes. So it's kind of canceling out some of these that are closer that maybe have like 5 bedrooms or a multifamily. Square footage, they want at least 1,000 square feet. So 1,006, that's probably fine. Year built, for their budget, it probably shouldn't have been built super recently. Because I don't want to super lowball the sellers, you know, if they're interested. Last year sold, if they just bought it in 2021, they're not going to want to sell it, probably. So I'm going to go back to, let's do 2019. And it last sold for, again, targeting this for my buyers. So if it last sold, their budget is 200. If it last sold for, you know, something over 200, obviously that's not going to work for them. We'll go, if it last sold for, I don't know, sure, 157.4. Okay, so then it spread them out quite a bit there. So these are the closest 100 homes. What I ended up doing 100, yeah, that could potentially want to sell off market to my buyers, right? If I was advertising a listing, like, hey, this home was just listed, I probably wouldn't want to put in all of these filters because I just want to tell the neighborhood, hey, this home is being listed in your neighborhood. Or if it was a farm, same sort of thing. You can't, there's a polygon tool that you can use. I just click that little button up there. And if I'm targeting a neighborhood specifically, maybe I just want to do this neighborhood. So there's my farm neighborhood. And maybe it's however many homes are in there. 133. Okay. We'll reset the filters. 583. So maybe I want to send it to all of those homes. That's fine. I'll bring this down. Actually, I'll just click in here. 583. Okay. I want to send it to these 583 homes. Maybe I'm doing, like a quarterly postcard newsletter type thing. So I just want to send that out to those same homes every time. And I make sure that I draw those same boundaries and target these same homes. So I can also send a copy to the company address just so that you can see what it looks like and know that it went out. And honestly, you're probably going to get a couple that were undeliverable. So those will come back anyway. But if you want to, go ahead and check that. You click next. It shows you a preview of the front and the back once it loads. And then, so this is a little bit pricier, right? Because I did 584. I had selected 583, but then I also had the one sent to my office. 584 times 59 cents is this much. Postage is included. I'm sending out 584 postcards for $344. And this is what it's going to look like. They do just put a little example for you there, just so that you can see what it looks like. If you want to view a larger preview, click on that and it opens it up. So that's what it would look like. Enter your payment, click make a payment, and I'm not going to do that right now because then you're done. So I don't want to send out a bunch of just nonsense postcards to these homes and pay $344. So that is how you do it. I am so sorry that we had all of those hiccups in there. Not a very fun time. I'm hoping that they're just in there tinkering around right now, which is why I couldn't get that image to work. So do I want to leave this page? Yes, I do. So in a perfect world, we just would have gone straight through that, but obviously wasn't perfect today. So I guess, what questions do you have for me? No questions? Okay, well, phone number is 734-776-7742 if you ever need to reach out for help. Otherwise, my email, I mean, you saw this on the postcard, I guess, but my email is heatherhuber@kw.com, and I'm happy to help you with whatever I can.
Well, quick questions.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so it's a current resident. Does it pull a name in? It just ties to the post office for the mailing, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The sample you had just said current resident. I was curious if it has a name available, that it puts that in there.
Correct. Yep.
And it sounds like you do these quite a bit. Is this part a lot of your marketing? Just ballpark. I mean, what kind of return rate do you think it probably, depends on what material, what cards you're sending out, but just what type of return rate do you think you get on these mailers?
I mean, it really depends on the circumstance. With these individuals, I didn't get anything back, but I did essentially the same mailer for this guy, and mentioned that he is a volunteer firefighter. And it was like for every 100 that I sent out, because I did that a couple times, I got like 3 to 6. Who are just like, hey, I would like more information. Can you tell me more? Because I don't mention at all, like I say he's pre-approved through LMCU or through Treadstone or whatever, but I don't say how much, because then they're going to be like, oh, then we need the maximum. So I actually got quite a bit. I think that's a pretty decent return, 3 to 6 people per 100.
Per 100, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But again, then with these people, I didn't, and they are just a young couple, and I, wrote something about like, oh, and they want to start a family and are looking for their home, whatever. So I think part of it just depends on what it is that you're asking for, what it is that you're advertising. And
Yeah,
some things,
I'm not sure Chris and Mark's situation. I'm new, and I anticipate my mailers going out. Hey, I'm so and so. I live nearby, or I'm in the neighborhood. It 3 to 6 probably per 100 on that. That would probably be doing pretty good, is what it sounds like.
Well, and if you're not asking for something, they might not reach out to you at all, but then your name is still getting out there and in front of them, right? So there might be return on the back end that you're just not aware of immediately. And if it ends up being a neighborhood that you farm, for instance, like you're saying, send it out like, hey, I'm a realtor in the neighborhood. And then you go door knocking to follow up. Oh yeah, I remember your face from the postcard I got last week or something.
Right. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hey, Heather,
any other questions?
Are those sending out to the mailing address, or because we have a lot of second homes up here? So mailing address is generally different than the physical address of the house.
They will send it to the actual house.
Yeah.
If you're doing the like the polygon and the geographic thing that I showed you, if you have them listed as contacts, it will go to whatever the mailing address is that you have in contacts.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I wish that they had done that instead.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with direct mail is usually they're going to a house that nobody lives in.
Right. Or renters or somebody who doesn't own it.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Any other questions? All right. Well, like I said, feel free to reach out whenever you have questions. I am happy to help. And I'll look into this, and hopefully this is just a bug that they're in the middle of fixing, because like I said, I have not had issues with images loading. As you can see, like I've done quite a few of these and haven't had that problem. Yeah, hopefully they get fixed. And I will see you guys soon. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Thanks, Heather.
You're welcome.
Thanks.